Hello everyone. This is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. Police Science Doctor is the free educational resource for law enforcement around the world that brings scientific findings from the fields of evidence-based policing, investigative psychology, forensic psychology, crime analysis, military security, all that kind of stuff into the hands, minds, ears, and eyes of the practitioner, you guys. The ones that are actually doing the job. You guys don't have access to many of the articles that are published, where all the research findings get distributed to other academics. So I try to bring these findings into the practitioners, and one of the ways in which I do this is this weekly broadcast on a Tuesday, where we talk about 3 golden nuggets from recently published journal articles that might be applicable, employable in your work straight away, something that's hopefully practical. If you are on the email list for Police Science Doctor already, you will get these emailed to you every Tuesday into your inbox with the link to the original research article. As it happens, all 3 articles this week are actually open access, which means you can read the whole article. Often that is restricted to just the abstract, which is a summary of the research that is beyond my control. That's got something to do with the publishers. So the first snippet for this week is about organized crime intervention. This study tested an intervention to prevent offenders from joining an organized crime group. The outcome was a 35% reduction in reoffending among participants in the treatment group, where they tested the intervention, compared to the control group, where the intervention was not used. Furthermore, active organized crime group members associated with the participants that had the intervention done on them exhibited a 25% increase in arrests relative to the control members, because they carried out crimes in lieu of the participants. So those that were in the intervention, they were offending less. So the ones that were already in the crime group were picking up the slack and were arrested more, which hopefully meant that it reduced crime. So a very effective thing to do, and interesting measurement, I think, that they also measured the collateral. The second snippet for this week is about fraud reporting. Only 11.8% of victims of fraud report to the police, and only 2 concepts were consistently related to police reporting. One is the fraud severity, as more impactful crimes were reported more often, and 2 is urbanization, as citizens from urbanized areas reported significantly less often than those in rural areas, for example. For some reason, I thought that would have been the other way around, but it seems to be that people in cities report fraud less often. And the third snippet for this week is about violence exposure and cognitive outcomes. This systematic review, so a systematic review is a piece of research that looks at all the other pieces of research that are of high enough quality, that look at a specific topic, and it summarizes them and works out the overall effect. So it assesses our knowledge of collectively all the research that has been done on one particular subject. So this systematic review found a relationship between violence exposure and poor cognitive outcomes in childhood. Cognitive outcomes assessed included cognitive development, executive functioning, general intelligence, language, and memory. Violence included maltreatment, intimate partner violence, and war. So as I said, all these 3 articles are fully available for you guys to read. You will have the link if you're on the Police Science Doctor email list. If you're not already on that list, you can get onto it, and it's free. Just Google Police Science, go to the Police Science Doctor website, and you will have a form that pops up. You just enter your details in there. If it doesn't pop up, just scroll to the bottom of any page and you'll find it there. In the email that you will receive when you join the list is the password that you will need for the read page, as in reading glasses. And on that page, you will find all the previous snippets as well. All 223 previous snippets and the current ones, so 224 snippets with 3 bits of information on each as PDFs. So if there's something that you would have liked to find out because it's relevant to your role, but it was not presented in the snippets this week, it might have been treated or mentioned in one of the previous snippets. That there's a whole library of them, and you can download those PDFs. So I hope that was useful to you, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, stay safe and make good decisions. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.